Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is D. James. This is Z32 Workshop. And this behind me is my 1992 Dodge Stealth RT that I'm slowly working on and trying to make drivable. This is probably like kind of part 8, 9, not sure where I'm at in the sequence right now, but I'm working on doing a fuel tank, getting it ready to rock and roll. Last episode you saw me try to repair the dent on one of the ones I'm going to be using, and right now I'm going to be cleaning that up with a power washer, then hitting it with getting the rust off, and then putting a coat of paint on it before I put it back in the car, because that's the big thing I need to deal with. So let's get at it and move on over to the stuff. So as you can see, it's a Halloween area timeout as I got skulls in the yard. But here are the tanks. Let's get my power washer ready to rock and roll here. This is the one I'm going to be cleaning off, trying to get all the dirt and grime off so I can get it cleaned up. Here's the other one I'm going to just power wash where I'm at, and that is the shield. So let's rock and roll with this and power wash this bad boy. So I'm going to try something different here, guys. I'm not going to use any music. I'm just going to talk. This is a pretty short video, but you can see me power washing this thing. The one I got there, the story on it, because I didn't really say too much, that came out of a guy in Des Moines. It was a pretty wild story. Sorry about the camera drop there. Ended up being that the one that's kind of rusty on the top, but the insides are really good, is I'm out with my wife at the bar. We're having dinner, and lo and behold, me looking for a fuel tank, I end up seeing this guy who's got a parts car down that's like 2 hours away from me. And this, mind you, this is like 8 o'clock at night. We're watching a football game, having dinner, got a few beers, and I messaged the guy saying, hey, I'm looking for a fuel tank. And he promptly responds back. He's like, yep, I got a fuel tank. Sends me some photos of it. And I told him I'd take it, and I asked him how much he wanted for it. And yeah, it says $40, but I got to get it tonight. So I look at my beautiful wife, call my brother on up and said, hey, we're doing a parts run. And mind you, this is probably 9 o'clock at night or later. We didn't get down to where we're going down to Des Moines for at least until almost dang near midnight. Rolling into the east side of Des Moines, picking up a parts car, looking at this stuff. And the great people took a look at it. The car got wrecked. It had a big dent in it from what got damaged. And that's basically how I got that, which is crazy, because at that time I had already purchased the other one that you're seeing in the video from a salvage yard, which looks fantastic on the exterior, but I had obviously sat with water in it and rotted the insides pretty severely. I cut a bunch of video out on this thing and did not show you how much just grit came out of that other tank. It was severely rusted. So that's the reason why I end up using the rustier one. I end up painting it here and later in the video. And the other one I ended up buying, that was like 3 hours away. Me and the wife drove to go get it out of Wisconsin. Out of a salvage yard out there for a pretty reasonable price, mind you. The only problem was it was 3 hours away. So I already had the other tank bought, had this other one purchased, had to go get it, made a big trip out of the deal. So yeah, that's the crazy story on the tanks. And then me having to do stuff. Just so everyone knows in this video too, the other tank ends up being, I already sold it, shipped it, guy paid me a few bucks, and I shipped it all the way out to New York. I don't know why he wanted it. I'm fairly sure he could have found it out in New York a lot easier than I could here in the middle of Iowa. As you can see, I'm just draining the other one out and cleaning it on up. Now, I do want to apologize for all this other stuff I got going on here. Basically, the GoPro messed up where I screwed up. I didn't record. I ended up time-lapsing it. I could slow this stuff down, but realistically, that's just me trying to get some of that rust off there and take care of it. Now, I did end up purchasing some paint that's meant for rust and bare metal. I'll show it in the video here in a little bit after I get this thing cleaned on up and wiped on down and take some stuff off. And that was just really just trying to inhibit any more rust from occurring on this tank, which still looked pretty good. It just had a lot of surface rust. I'm just hitting with some compressed air right now to take care of it. Let's see here. I ended up spray painting. You don't see it, but I ended up painting the other shield too. I ended up using 2 cans of paint. It's just rattle can stuff. It's meant for bare metal and rust to go around for frame workout, honestly. So it's got a little bit of a texture to it, but it should work out just fine and dandy for what I want to do for this, because it's going back underneath the car. As you can just see, you saw it right there for what it was. I'll slow it down and put it in the name. And now I'm just hitting with some degreaser, Simply Clean, to take care of it. And then now I'm just hammering it with paint and just going to coat everything on up, basically everywhere around, so it looks a lot better than it was. I left a lot of the other stuff on at the moment, like in the hoses and stuff, so that stuff got taken care of. So as you can see, it's cleaning up quite nicely. And this video is going to end real short here because I don't have any other stuff. So if you guys like my stuff, or if I'm being helpful and informative with you, please like and subscribe. Every little bit helps. That's all I can say about it for right now. In the next video, this will go into the car and take care of it. And that's just me letting it off gas to take care of it. And the GoPro messed up. I lost the footage. I do apologize. So please like and subscribe, everybody. I'll see you in the next video.